What's up, nail geeks, and welcome to a new kind of series for the channel. I've had Luna Lab Creations on here quite some time for PPU and HHC. Her wax melts are fantastic. They're so smelly good. And now we've got polishes to check out for her shop too. So we've got 2 charity polishes and a Halloween trio to check out. So let's dive right in. So first up, we've got Go Ahead, Make My Millennium. This is described as a purple to red to orange and gold with black, opal, purple, blue, and green glitters. So this is a bit of a kitchen sink polish, if I'm honest, and I really liked the glitters. It does start off on the softer side, but as you build it up, you're going to get more opacity, mostly from the shimmers. Make My Millennium has a very duochrome-like vibe to it. I think the dominant shift that I was seeing in the backdrop here is this purpley sort of color and indoor lights, and at angles I saw a touch of this pink sort of color roll with gold at extreme angles. You'll see a better idea of that on my macro shot here in a second. I would suggest 3 light coats, no need for careful placement as it was smooth, and finish with a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat. And next up, we've got Handbook for the Recently Deceased. This is described as a magenta polish with pink to orange shifting shimmer, blue and silver reflective glitters, and blue to purple magnetic shimmer. This one is a magnetic and a reflective. So we also start off just a touch on the lighter, more sheer side as we build this up. This is one of those real textured sort of reflective polishes that I would suggest using the texture from the previous coat to adhere your next coat. And dry time was excellent, which is very indicative of reflective polishes. So no need to be careful or anything like that. It's very forgiving. So you can see what it looked like before magnetizing. It gives you this sort of dusky mauve-like appearance. And then once you magnetize it, the magnetic pigment takes on this dusky sort of teal effect. It's a touch subtle, but in any lighting, you're going to see some movement and quite a bit of sparkles. So I would suggest a good glossy top coat and a layer of glitter smoothing top coat. And here is Sandworm. This is described as a black polish with red and green shimmer with microflakes and silver magnetic shimmer. So we have a very rich formula going on here. Whenever you wear magnetics, you always want to make sure that you have plenty of pigment to work with when you are magnetizing. And this one has such a lush formula that I thought 2 coats was perfectly enough. So when you don't magnetize it, you're going to get this chrome-like finish with a bit of a copper sort of scattered effect. And when you magnetize it, if you choose to wear it that way, it is really obvious. I love magnetics that have a very stark contrast between the pigment and the backdrop, and this is lots of movement and very obvious in person. I would suggest a good glossy top coat of the thicker variety to smooth this one out and kind of exploit the movement of those magnetic particles. And here we've got the Libya charity polishes. These are $11 each or $20 for the duo, with proceeds going to the Global Giving Fund for flooding relief of Libya. I'll have a link to that in the description box below if you want more information. So the first one we've got is Arc of Marcus Aurelius. This is a beautiful topper, described as a red to orange to green to gold, shifting aurora flakies with hollow flakes. To be completely honest with you guys, I love this topper. Ever since I have gotten to the halfway point of my Snowy London topper from Quixotic Polish, I've been very sad and not wanting to use it because I don't have anything even remotely close to that. And this is really in that category of being a scattered but very dense sort of sparkle with the flakes. So if you are like me and you didn't want to use the rest of your Snowy London, get this. It's so perfect, just like that one was. You get a ton of multi-chrome effect from those big chunky flakes, and there's hardly any texture or anything. This is completely flat. It's all flakes, so no thirstiness or anything. So any glossy top coat is perfect. And then next we've got Sunset in Libya. This is described as a lavender base with gold shimmer. This one's really soft and delicate and gives this almost frosty pearlescent sort of look, kind of vintage vibes going here. And for opacity, I'm going to suggest 3 coats. It does have a bit of a squish factor to it, but not the type of squishy that you need to be very careful for over buildup. It's very forgiving and it's very Crelly-like in application. I'm assuming it's because it's so packed full of shimmer. It dries down flat and quickly. So again, you don't need to worry about any sort of issues overworking or whatnot. Finish with a good glossy top coat and you'll see this nice color roll. At angles and in shaded lighting, there is a lush gold cast to it. And last but not least, we've got the Will It Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to demonstrate if polishes have the ability to be also worn as toppers. So going in order here, we've got Go Ahead Make My Millennium. I thought this toppered well, so well, and it almost appeared like its own topper. It's very sparkly and I love those chunky glitters. They give this really obvious sparkle. Handbook for the Recently Deceased. I think it also applied like it is its own topper, and it did kind of make that magnetic pigment look just a touch more obvious. Sandworm, I knew this was going to look fantastic. I love silvery magnetic finishes, and this is one of those. I do think that the base itself takes on this almost clear-like effect over black. So definitely one you want to mess with over dark colors. And then I chose to use Arc over a purple cream. This is a Zoya cream. And just to make things a little bit different since I used black on my finger, it's just got this nice feminine sort of, it's kind of remind me of like jelly sandals sort of thing. I really liked it. Sunset in Libya looks awesome. No surprise here because it's a shimmer, which is interesting to me because it's not this overly, eye-searing type of shimmer. It's got this dusky sort of look to it, even over dark colors. So I think it's going to be more of one of those duskier type of shimmer toppers if you choose to layer it. The trio will be launching October 14th at 2 p.m. Pacific time, and the charity polishes are currently on the site right now. I'll have more information on the charity below if you guys want to check it out, as well as any additional information and timestamps. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.